Aquarius, the year 2026 opens in front of you with a powerful promise and a warning you cannot ignore. Something very good is coming to push you to a level you never imagined, but one wrong decision could delay everything. From the beginning, you will feel clear signs of progress mixed with unexpected tests. What you discover along the way will change how you trust. Nothing will be accidental, every event will have a precise purpose. Stay until the end, because the key that protects your greatest achievement will only be revealed at the close of this journey. Aquarius, before moving forward, declare this decree with strength and make it yours starting now. I, Aquarius, open myself to a 2026 of clarity, abundance, and right decisions. I trust my intuition and protect my destiny. Write it in the comments to seal this energy and allow it to manifest more quickly. Subscribe to the Aquarius Reborn channel to continue receiving this constant guidance. Give it a like and activate the notification bell so you do not miss any important message. Remember that at the end, the most important revelation will be revealed. January begins with a sense of inner renewal that pushes you to reorganize your financial life. An opportunity appears related to extra income or an idea that has been waiting for the right moment. At the same time, someone from the past watches your moves with hidden intentions. In love, you decide to set clear boundaries, creating tension but also respect. Your health improves when you adjust routines and rest, avoiding excesses. Do not underestimate a brief conversation because a key truth is hidden there. January also confronts you with a moral choice that will test your integrity. Speaking your truth may make others uncomfortable, but staying silent would cost you more. A document, contract, or agreement requires careful reading. Emotionally, you feel stronger, although something inside you remains restless. Intuition shows up through intense dreams or repeated signs. Trust that inner voice rather than fast promises. February brings movement in close relationships, especially with someone who seemed loyal. An ambiguous attitude comes to light and forces you to reevaluate connections. At work or in studies, you receive recognition, but it comes with greater responsibility. Money flows better when you act with order and strategy. In love, an unexpected attraction awakens intense emotions. Not everything that shines is stability. Observe before giving yourself fully. February also marks an important point for your personal growth. You decide to let go of a habit that had been draining your energy without you noticing. Emotional health improves as you close pending cycles. News related to travel or a change of environment begins to take shape. Someone asks for your support, but you must measure how far to give without losing yourself. This month teaches you that choosing yourself is not selfish. It is wisdom. Between January and February, a clear pattern forms that defines the initial tone of the year. Every conscious action brings you closer to a solid result. Rushing, on the other hand, activates avoidable mistakes. You learn to distinguish between true intuition and fear disguised as instinct. The universe watches you closely, responding according to your level of commitment. This period plants the seeds for everything that comes next. Finances show mixed signals with small but constant inflows. Unexpected expenses appear if you do not plan ahead. A figure of authority may test your patience. Staying calm will be your greatest advantage. This is not the time to confront without strategy. Intelligent silence will give you an advantage later. Emotionally, these first months stir old memories. Not to pull you backward, but to heal them completely. You recognize patterns you no longer want to repeat. Someone tries to manipulate through guilt. You choose to cut ties firmly and without long explanations. That decision returns your power. Your physical energy fluctuates, making it essential to listen to your body. Simple changes in nutrition or rest generate major improvements. Avoid carrying other people's problems as if they were your own. The mind clears when you establish real priorities. January and February train you to manage your vital force better. This lesson will be crucial later. A clear sign appears twice, almost insistently. Ignoring it would mean repeating a mistake from the past. The year speaks to you from the very beginning, but you must be willing to listen. Honesty with yourself makes all the difference. Not everything is resolved quickly, but it is resolved with consistency. Patience begins to become your ally. As these first months close, you feel something inside you falling into place. Not everything is resolved, but the path becomes clearer. You have gained awareness, even though the challenge is just beginning. The best has not fully revealed itself yet. The warning also remains active, waiting for a moment of distraction. Stay alert, because what comes next can elevate you or divert you depending on your decisions. March arrives with a change of pace that forces you to react quickly. News related to money or shared resources breaks an expectation you considered secure. It is not a definitive loss, but it is a wake-up call. In love, someone shows jealousy or insecurity that is not yours to carry. Your mental clarity increases when you stop justifying yourself. This month teaches you to respond with intelligence, not impulse. March also activates pending conversations that can no longer be avoided. You speak a truth that liberates you, even if it makes others uncomfortable. At work or in personal projects, one of your ideas is questioned and later validated. Health requires attention to stress and accumulated tension. Small pauses make a big difference. You learn that not every conflict is negative, some open new paths. A figure from the past appears with confusing intentions. They are not coming to stay, they are coming to test whether you still doubt yourself. Financially, you avoid an unnecessary expense thanks to a strong intuition. Order begins to reflect in concrete results. Emotionally, you feel firmer but less tolerant of inconsistency. March pushes you to close doors without fear. Toward the end of March, an opportunity appears where you least expect it. It does not look big at first, but it has long-term potential. Someone notices your discipline and takes note. In love, you decide not to repeat dynamics of control or dependency. Your energy improves when you step away from heavy environments. This month marks a turning point in your self-worth. April begins with movement, short trips, or routine changes that alter your schedule. You receive valuable information that others overlooked. Financially, an extra income arrives from something you did weeks ago. However, a warning also appears regarding verbal promises. Not everything should be accepted without clear backing. April asks you to pay attention to details. In April, relationships are redefined with greater honesty. A friendship shows its true face for better or for worse. In love, deep conversations either strengthen the bond or separate paths permanently. Your health improves when you return to an activity you had abandoned. The mind feels lighter when you release others' expectations. This month reminds you that clarity is a form of peace. Professionally, April brings visibility and exposure. Someone recognizes your ability, but silent envy also appears. Do not share plans with just anyone. Money stabilizes when you maintain discipline. You avoid a mistake thanks to an indirect warning. Listening between the lines will be essential. Emotionally, April confronts you with an important romantic decision. Staying out of comfort or choosing what truly expands you. Not everyone will understand your choice, and that is fine. Your intuition speaks loudly when you embrace silence. The body responds better when thought and action align. This month teaches you to choose with a steady heart. March and April together mark a deep cleansing of your environment. People, habits, and unnecessary commitments begin to fall away. This is not loss, it is release. You realize how much you were carrying without reason. Energy becomes lighter as you move forward. This process prepares you for greater challenges. Finances show signs of slow but steady growth. Nothing immediate, everything sustainable. Avoid comparing yourself to others, your rhythm is different. A key conversation reshapes an agreement. Keeping your word will be fundamental. Coherence protects you. Internally, these months awaken a new sense of security. You doubt your perceptions much less now. You learn to say no without guilt. Someone distances themselves when they see they can no longer manipulate you. That distance is a blessing in disguise. Your energetic field grows stronger. As April closes, you feel that you have gained ground. Not everything is perfect, but it is authentic. The decisions you made begin to show clear consequences. The good continues to move forward, but the warning remains active for those who grow careless. Keep your feet on the ground and your mind awake. What comes next will test what you have learned. May opens with a surge of drive and ambition that pushes you to want more. Opportunities appear to improve income or positioning, but not all of them are clean. Someone offers help with a condition that is not entirely clear. In love, passion reactivates, accompanied by subtle power games. Your physical energy is high, but it must be managed wisely. This month asks you to move forward without losing your ethics. May also confronts you with a subtle betrayal, not direct, but revealing. You discover that someone spoke about you from envy or fear. Instead of harming you, this gives you valuable information. Professionally, you make a decision that changes your medium-term direction. Money responds better when you act with firmness. The lesson is clear: not everyone deserves access to your trust. Emotionally, May invites you to heal a wound related to rejection. You understand that it was not your fault, but the other person's limitation. A bond is redefined through truth, either to strengthen or to end. Your creativity increases and can become a source of income. Health improves when you release accumulated resentment. May shows you that letting go is also winning. Toward the end of May, you receive news that accelerates plans. It may be a response, an approval, or a concrete sign. Something that seems stuck begins to move. However, rushing can lead you to make simple mistakes. Read, review, and confirm before closing agreements. This month rewards conscious attention. June arrives with a more introspective and strategic energy. You feel the need to observe before acting. Financially, this is a month of adjustments, not large expenses. Someone close asks for absolute honesty. Speaking the truth strengthens bonds, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. June invites you to mature emotionally. In June, love is tested through stability. There are no big dramas, but there are deep questions. You want to know if the other person walks at your same pace. A relationship consolidates or cools depending on daily coherence. Health requires attention to rest and the nervous system. Less noise, more balance. Professionally, June brings a proposal that seems small but is strategic. Accepting it opens future doors. Someone underestimates your capacity, and that works in your favor. Money remains stable if you avoid lending or mixing emotions with finances. A private conversation reveals an important truth. Listening will be more useful than speaking. Emotionally, June teaches you to set boundaries without over-explaining. You stop feeling responsible for other people's reactions. This releases a heavy internal load. The body responds with more energy and better rest. You return to a positive habit you had neglected. This month gives you back inner control. May and June together mark a point of personal consolidation. You no longer react as before, now you choose. Recent experiences make you more selective. You learn to trust actions, not words. The universe responds when you act from coherence. This period strengthens your judgment. Financially, movement remains cautious without major shocks. This is not the time for big risks. A conservative financial decision prevents a loss. Someone tries to influence you with urgency. Do not fall into external pressure. Your calm is your shield. Internally, these months show you how much you have grown. Situations that once hurt now only inform you. You recognize your value without needing approval. Someone is surprised by your firmness. That reaction confirms you are on the right path. Your energy becomes more respected. As June closes, you feel a stronger foundation beneath your feet. Not everything is won, but nothing is lost. You have learned to move with strategy and a heart in alignment. The good continues to expand slowly. The warning remains for those who lower their guard. The second half of the year will demand even greater awareness. July arrives with an unexpected turn that forces you out of your comfort zone. News related to work or responsibilities changes previously made plans. At first it creates discomfort, but it is a door in disguise. In love, someone demands more presence or commitment. Your energy rises when you take control of your time. This month pushes you to lead without asking for permission. July also reveals a truth that had been postponed. It does not come from who you expected, which makes it more impactful. Financially, a correct decision from the past begins to show visible results. Avoid arguments driven by pride. They are not worth the drain. Your health improves when you balance action with conscious rest. July reminds you that power poorly managed turns against you. Emotionally, July brings a test of trust. Someone promises something important and you must decide whether to believe it. Not everyone lies, but not everyone follows through. Observe actions before reacting. Your intuition sharpens when fear is not interfering. Choosing calmly prevents unnecessary breaks. Toward the end of July, an opportunity for personal expansion appears. It may involve learning, relocation, or a new role. Accepting it means leaving something behind. Not everyone will celebrate your growth. Stay discreet and firm. This month teaches you that growth also creates discomfort. August begins with intense and revealing energy. Relationships become the main focus. One connection strengthens deeply or breaks without return. Financially, an unexpected expense appears. Managing it wisely prevents greater stress. August demands real emotional maturity. In August, a betrayal or disloyalty comes clearly to light. It is not devastating, but it is definitive. You understand who was present out of convenience and who out of loyalty. Professionally, your consistency is recognized. Health requires attention to the physical body. Do not ignore signals. This month forces you to prioritize yourself. August also brings an uncomfortable but necessary conversation. Speaking what you feel brings order to the situation. In love, you decide not to continue where there is no reciprocity. Money stabilizes when you eliminate emotional spending. A firm decision changes the direction of a relationship. This month strengthens your self-esteem. Emotionally, August makes you more selective. You no longer give access to just anyone. This reduces conflict and exhaustion. Your energy feels more stable and focused. You recover motivation for something you had left aside. The right focus multiplies results. July and August together clearly show who walks with you and who does not. Masks fall without the need for direct confrontation. You learn to read silence and attitudes. Life shows you through actions, not words. This period cleans your environment with precision. Lightness comes after the cut. Financially, these months mix progress with adjustments. Not everything grows at the same pace. Patience becomes essential again. Avoid impulsive decisions due to external pressure. A well-chosen piece of advice saves you from a mistake. Knowing how to listen makes the difference. Internally, you feel a silent transformation. You no longer seek approval, you seek coherence. This changes how you relate to others. Someone distances themselves when they can no longer control you. That departure opens space for something more authentic. Your energy becomes firmer and clearer. As August closes, you recognize how much you have changed since the beginning of the year. It was not easy, but it was necessary. The good remains standing. The warning manifests in not trusting blindly. The next stretch of the year will bring rewards, but only for those who act with awareness. Stay alert, because what is decisive is approaching. September arrives with an energy of deep evaluation that forces you to review past decisions. Something you believed was resolved briefly returns to confirm it no longer controls you. At work or in projects, you catch a mistake in time and avoid a greater consequence. Money demands stricter order and planning. In love, you need actions, not promises. This month places you face to face with your own evolution. September also brings a key conversation with someone who influences your future. Not everything is said directly, but you know how to read between the lines. An opportunity appears discreetly and requires mental agility. Health improves when you reduce self-pressure. Resting is not wasting time, it is investing energy. This month teaches you to move with silent strategy. Emotionally, September awakens nostalgia without weakness. You remember who you were to value who you are now. A bond is redefined through mutual respect. If there is distance, it is necessary and healthy. Your intuition becomes more practical and less idealistic. This protects you from disappointment. Toward the end of September, you receive a clear sign to make a pending decision. Delaying is no longer an option. Financially, a small improvement brings relief and confidence. Someone tries to give opinions without understanding your process. You do not need to justify yourself. Choosing from your truth strengthens you. October begins with movement and rapid changes in your environment. Unexpected news alters plans but opens new possibilities. Professionally, an important negotiation is activated. Do not accept conditions without reviewing every detail. Love becomes more intense, with attraction and tension at the same time. October demands emotional firmness. In October, a truth comes out directly. There are no more doubts or half measures. This frees you even if it hurts at first. Financially, you avoid a loss thanks to a prudent decision. Health improves when you release contained emotions. This month reminds you that clarity also heals. Professionally, October places you in a position of greater responsibility. Someone trusts your judgment and expects results. This is not the time to improvise. Discipline makes the difference. Personally, you decide to close a chapter without resentment. That closure returns your peace. Emotionally, October confronts you with an old fear. Not to stop you, but to show you it no longer has power. A bond strengthens through total honesty. If there is distance, it is because its cycle is complete. Your energy feels more stable. This month restores your inner security. September and October together teach you to make decisions without external noise. You learn to listen to your inner rhythm. Life pushes you to mature even more. Nothing in this period is accidental. Every event prepares you for the closing of the year. Coherence becomes your main guide. Financially, these months ask for prudence and long-term vision. This is not the moment to risk impulsively. A savings plan or reserve becomes essential. Someone tries to rush you, but you know how to say no. Keeping boundaries protects your stability. Calm gives you an advantage. Internally, you feel you no longer depend on external validation. You trust your decisions more. This changes dynamics with those around you. Some approach you with respect, others move away. Both are necessary. Your energetic field grows stronger. As October closes, you feel the year entering its decisive phase. You have learned to read signs and act with awareness. The good is close to consolidating. The warning is now clear and direct. Ignoring it would have consequences, but you already know what to do. The end of the year will bring the final answer. November arrives with an energy of results that cannot be ignored. Something you planted months ago begins to show visible rewards. In work or personal projects, You receive confirmation that validates your effort. Money moves with more fluidity, but it still requires conscious management. In love, doubts that were weighing silently finally clear. This month shows you that consistency truly pays off. November also brings a clear warning related to trust. Someone tries to come closer when they notice your progress. Not everyone celebrates your growth with genuine intentions. Keep firm boundaries and observe behavior carefully. Health improves when you reduce accumulated tension. This month reminds you that protecting what you achieved is just as important as achieving it. Emotionally, November gives you stability and greater inner security. You no longer react from fear but from experience. A relationship strengthens through sustained honesty. If there is distance with someone, it no longer hurts as it once did. Your energy feels more centered. This balance prepares you to close the year with maturity. Toward the end of November, an important financial decision appears. It is not impulsive, it is strategic. Choosing wisely now guarantees future peace of mind. Someone tries to influence you, but you stand your ground. Professionally, your reliability is recognized. This month confirms that acting with coherence always adds value. December begins with a reflective and revealing tone. You look back and recognize how much you have changed. Situations that once overwhelmed you are now handled calmly. In love, you seek peace more than intensity. Money stabilizes when you avoid unnecessary excess. December invites you to close cycles with awareness. In December, a final conversation clarifies a pending story. There are no reproaches, only understanding. This releases an important emotional burden. Health improves when you allow yourself to rest without guilt. You recover vital energy by simplifying your environment. This month teaches you that closing well is an act of power. Professionally, December brings balance and projection. Not everything is finished, but the direction is clear. A new idea begins to take shape for the future. This is not a time to rush, but to plan. Your intuition becomes sharper. Listening to it will give you an advantage going forward. Emotionally, December connects you with gratitude and realism. You accept what was lived without idealizing or rejecting it. A relationship consolidates through calm. If you are alone, it is by choice, not by lack. Your energy feels clean. This month restores serenity. November and December together confirm the central lesson of the year. Choosing with awareness changes destinies. The good arrived when you acted with coherence. The warning appeared each time you lowered your guard. Now you know how to recognize it in time. That is your greatest gain. Financially, the end of the year shows stability and learning. Not everything was profit, but everything brought a lesson. You know how to manage your resources better now. You avoid repeating past mistakes. Your relationship with money becomes healthier. This positively impacts your personal security. Internally, you recognize yourself as stronger and more selective. You no longer give energy to those who do not value it. Your environment becomes more authentic. Fewer people but more real ones. This strengthens your emotional balance. Growth feels quiet but solid. As 2026 closes, you understand that nothing was random. Each month pushed you to see, decide, and mature. The very good arrived when you trusted yourself. The warning fulfilled its role by keeping you alert. You are now better prepared for what comes next. The new cycle finds you more aware, freer, and more in control of your path.